In 2019, a clinical study was published that should have changed how every doctor on Earth talks to their type 2 diabetic patients. 262 people with type 2 diabetes. A 2-year study. A dietary intervention. No surgery. No new medication. Nothing experimental. At 12 months, 60% of participants had reduced or completely eliminated their diabetes medication. Their HbA1c dropped from 7.6% to 6.3%. That is a clinically meaningful reduction achieved through food alone. The study is called the Virta Health trial. It is peer-reviewed, published, and freely available online. And most type 2 diabetics have never heard of it. Here's what most people are told when they're diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Take this medication. Watch your sugar. Come back in 3 months. What most people are not told is why they have it. Type 2 diabetes is not a random disease. It is not primarily genetic. It is a metabolic state caused by years of dietary patterns that overwhelm the body's insulin system. And here's the part that changes everything. The same dietary patterns that caused it can be reversed by changing them. Your body is not broken. It is responding correctly to the wrong inputs. Change the inputs and the body responds. Let me explain what is actually happening inside the body. Every time you eat carbohydrates, bread, rice, pasta, sugar, your blood glucose rises. Your pancreas releases insulin to move that glucose into cells. In a healthy body, this works efficiently. Glucose clears. Insulin drops. Everything resets. In insulin resistance, which is what type 2 diabetes actually is, cells have stopped responding to insulin properly. The pancreas produces more and more insulin just to keep glucose from going dangerously high. Eventually, the pancreas cannot keep up. Blood glucose stays elevated. That is type 2 diabetes. Now here's the key. The primary driver of insulin resistance is the food that triggers the most insulin: refined carbohydrates, sugar, processed food, seed oils. Remove those foods, and you remove the primary driver of insulin resistance. This is not a theory. This is what the Virta Health study demonstrated. Back to the Virta Health study. A ketogenic diet, under 30 grams of carbohydrates per day. Continuous remote physician support. 2 years. The results at 1 year. HbA1c dropped from 7.6% to 6.3%. 83% of participants on insulin reduced their dose or eliminated it entirely. Fasting glucose dropped from 9.1 to 7.2 millimoles per liter. Body weight dropped by 12% on average, without calorie counting. And these results were sustained at 2 years. No drug produces outcomes of this magnitude with this safety profile. The mechanism is simple. Remove dietary carbohydrates. Insulin demand drops to baseline. Insulin resistance begins to reverse. Blood sugar normalizes. Medication becomes unnecessary. This is published science, not alternative medicine. I built a free blood sugar test. 10 questions that scores how damaged your insulin system currently is. It takes 3 minutes and costs nothing. Link in the description. The full 7-stage protocol guide is also in the description. It walks you through every dietary stage with meal plans, supplement stacks, and a daily tracking journal. One important note: if you take diabetes medication, especially insulin, speak to your doctor before changing your diet. Dietary changes can lower blood sugar rapidly, and your medication dose will need adjusting. This is a good problem, but it needs to be managed safely. Share this video with anyone managing type 2 diabetes. Most people with this condition have never been told reversal is possible. Subscribe for more. Next video: why the oil you cook with every day is silently raising your blood pressure. See you there.